Hello, hello.
And welcome to the Tuesday evening edition of... Oh, wait, it's every Tuesday, isn't it? Our Facebook Live class. And we are so excited that you'll be joining us. And in just a few minutes, we will get started.
Yep.
As everyone hops on. And I need to find our little video here. There it is right there.
Yeah, it popped up in my corner too.
I'm going to make sure I turn it down. I love it. Love it. Love it. And I'm going to share it. Share it. Share it.
Share it with the world.
Let's make babies. JK. Oops. It's in all caps. And find out how to improve fertility. Heart face.
There's some sneaky emojis we could use.
Right? There are. I'm going to try and line up. No, you're fine. You don't have to scoot. I'm trying to move my chair wheel so that your chair wheel.
Is the table like closer to us than normal?
The adjusting table? No, it did not get moved. That sucker is too heavy to move.
Interesting.
Yes. Oh, glasses. There's a glare in here tonight.
Yeah, the lights seem brighter than usual.
Maybe it's because we voted.
It's the new table.
It's the new table we have. That must be it. Yes, our upgraded table. Beautiful. Well, I say it is 6:15. So let's get started. Good evening again, everyone. I am Dr. Robin Lawrence.
And I am Dr. Sarah Ponica.
And we are your healthcare providers here at Get Well Family Chiropractic. And we are so excited that you all are here with us tonight. And we are going to be talking about making babies.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to be making any babies tonight. We're going to be talking about the fertility solution. You know, if you know anybody that is really struggling, right, to have a child in their life, their fertility, and they just don't know what to do, and you know, maybe their medical doctors aren't really giving them the lowdown, they're just giving them the medical side of things. You know, share this in your timeline with them, or send them a message, start a watch party or something like that with them, and really let's see what benefits that we can share with you all from this class, right? Share the video to your timeline. And of course, as always, if you have any questions, put them down in the comments. We do have our phones going so we can see comments and questions and answer them as quickly as possible. And we always like to welcome you when you join us. So let's get started. Erin, thanks for joining us.
All right. Oh, we don't want to block her.
No.
All right. So what is infertility? Infertility, according to Women's Health, is not being able to get pregnant within 1 year of trying or within 6 months of trying in women over 35. Women unable to stay pregnant may also be considered infertile. There are a lot of different factors that go into getting pregnant, as Women's Health describes on their website, and some of those are that a woman's body must release an egg from one of her ovaries, and that's ovulation. The egg must then go through a fallopian tube towards the uterus or the womb, and then a man's sperm must join with or fertilize the egg along the way, and the fertilized egg must then attach to the inside of the uterus, and this is called implantation.
Mm-hmm.
So infertility can happen if there are complications with any of these processes.
Yeah, absolutely. Jim, thanks for joining us tonight. So there's two types of infertility. There's primary infertility and secondary infertility. Nearly 12% of the women in the United States between 15 and 44 years of age experience difficulty getting pregnant and carrying a pregnancy to term, according to the CDC. The percentages given above make up two types, right? The primary infertility, which is the inability to get or stay pregnant to term despite having unprotected sex for a year or longer. And then secondary infertility is the inability to get or stay pregnant to term after the birth of one or more children. So let's really take a look and see what causes female infertility first.
So obstetrician and writer for eMedicine Health, Jairo E. Garcia, writes that the causes for infertility are varied but are primarily related to pelvic inflammatory disease, endometriosis, and environmental and occupational factors, inadequate diet and exercise, stress, toxic effects related to alcohol and smoking, and age.
I think he covered them all.
I know, I'm like,
I don't think there's anything
these
left.
are the bad things we hear about a lot.
It is, isn't it?
So during this event tonight, we will be looking closely at some of these causes of infertility, as well as discussing some simple, natural changes that you can make to boost fertility and increase the likelihood of conceiving. We will begin with the diet.
Yay! One of our favorite topics,
Yes,
right?
indeed.
Eating for fertility. So as mentioned, diet, in many of our classes, diet is really, really important, especially when it comes to fertility. Naturopath Dr. Axe has actually created a list of healthy fertility boosting foods with vitamins that are essential to achieving and maintaining a healthy pregnancy. So organic foods are going to be your best choice, right? Because the pesticides that are on traditional foods really affect the estrogen and the hormones. Therefore, it's important that we choose foods that don't have those pesticides on them that can be estrogen disruptors. Wild caught fish is high in omega-3s, which helps reduce inflammation, which can promote fertilization and implantation. Research also suggests that a diet rich in omega-3 fatty acids can help regulate ovulation, improve egg quality, and even delay aging of the ovaries. So, for women who might choose a career path first and want to have a child later, this is going to be really important for them. Vitamin E rich foods are critical also because many hormones function, that was a hard word to say, more properly coming out of the endocrine system when they have an adequate amount of vitamin E. Also, foods that are rich in vitamin C help trigger ovulation in women and can increase sperm in men. Grapefruits and other citrus fruits, kiwis, guava, red peppers, and kale are great sources of vitamin C. Also, foods that are rich in folate. Folate or folic acid is a B vitamin that helps the body build new cells and it helps prevent birth defects. Experts recommend increasing folate intake before getting pregnant to ensure a healthy pregnancy. And I think that would stand for both men and women, not just women. Yeah. Right? Broccoli, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts. We call them Brussels sprouts in my house. These are very cruciferous vegetables, and they contain indole-3 carbinol, and that really helps the liver metabolize estrogen.
Hi, Barb. Alrighty, so when we're looking to increase that fertility, it's important that harmful foods be eliminated from the diet to achieve optimal fertility. So here are some foods and beverages that Dr. Axe lists as foods to avoid. High-fat processed meats. These can increase inflammation levels and can contain additives.
Yeah, I read a study one time that they also reduce blood flow through the arteries by like 15 or 20%.
That makes a lot of sense. I can definitely
for
see that.
Up to like 8 hours,
Wow.
right? So you think about blood flow to the ovaries, that would be not a good thing.
Yeah, for sure. Grains can increase cortisol and estrogen, leading to infertility issues. Refined sugar, never a good idea.
No, never.
Refined sugar reduces immune function and can cause nutrient depletion. High intake of refined sugar also contributes to obesity, which is a big risk factor in infertility.
Yeah.
Alcohol increases inflammation and reduces immune function as well. For women, heavy drinking is associated with an increased risk of ovulation disorders and endometriosis.
Wow.
And caffeine.
Caffeine.
I know, my coffee. Caffeine can cause hormonal imbalances, dehydration, and lead to mineral deficiencies. And high consumption has been shown to interfere with fertility. Lowering that caffeine or giving it up entirely is a smart idea when you're trying to get pregnant, especially if you have been having trouble getting pregnant.
Yeah. So starting the day right. So there's a lot of options for breakfast, both savory and sweet. And so whatever you are craving, there are going to be plenty of great recipes out there to get you started that are both delicious and good for fertility. And one of the things that I love to talk about breakfast, right? Because the standard American breakfast is so
rough,
unhealthy, and when we talk about, eating dinner for breakfast, right? Or looking at the way other countries eat breakfast, having chicken or fish or, something along those lines for breakfast with vegetables seems so odd when we're so used to danishes and donuts and coffee. And we're going to actually be sharing some awesome recipes for every meal in the comments. The breakfast recipes that we'll be sharing are for buckwheat pancakes, an herb and mushroom omelet, a fertility smoothie, and muesli with blueberry and banana. I'm thinking you did that, yeah?
I did. I shared them all.
Nice, I see them.
So now we're going to talk about lunch a little bit.
Ooh, that soup looks so good.
It does. For a lot of us, lunch happens on the go or is eaten without too much thought. And with our busy lives, planning and preparing lunches is going to be a challenge on a fertility-conscious diet. But it's worth it to take the time to prepare for your day to maintain your energy levels so that you stay on track with making the right choices diet-wise. Some tasty lunch options that we will be sharing that I've already shared are cabbage and meatball soup, creamy broccoli salad, grain-free salmon patties, and vegetables with rice.
Yeah, my lunch was really good today, right? I told you about it earlier. So I have, so Dr. Sarah and I did the 30-day jumpstart to our weight loss program. I guess, 6 weeks ago now we started it?
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I'll tell one on myself over the weekend. I did have quite a bit of Halloween candy. And I gotta tell you, I don't feel very good. So I kind of restarted again on Monday. And today's lunch at the grocery store, I found these tortillas made from cheese. So I had my veggie burger, and I had kale on it, and then I wrapped it up in my cheese. And it was just
just
good.
A little bit of cheese. It's spread so thin.
Yeah, it's like a tortilla made from cheese, and it was just like a wrap. And it was so good.
Awesome.
Yes. Okay. So let's also talk about dinner, right? Fertility boosting dinners. So again, it takes a bit of planning and prep, and I tend to do my prep on Sundays for at least 2 or 3 days, because I know that, Mondays after work I have things to do, and Tuesday after work I have things to do. I'm here with you all. So I don't necessarily get home to cook for the boys, and it's nice for them to have something healthy to go to. And so, but Huggies Australia has you covered for dinner. Really? That's hilarious. And what's great about it is that and what's great is that they list the fertility benefits of ingredients in the recipes that we've selected. I love that Huggies Australia, right? Because if there are more babies in Australia, there are more Huggies diapers bought. So they may as well support the fertility of the community,
Absolutely.
right? So give these healthy dinners a try. You know what? Even if you're not looking to have a baby, there's going to be some really yummy dinners. So a salmon avocado pasta, rissoles with noodles and salad, olive pesto burgers. I love pesto.
I love
on
pesto
everything.
Too.
And chicken tortilla with avocado, right? You get those good fats from the avocado.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. And if y'all try these recipes, let us know in the comments, even if it's a couple of days from now, how they were, how it came out.
Post your pics.
Yeah, totally.
All right, reducing stress. Whether it is stress causing infertility or infertility causing stress, that's up for debate. But one thing is clear, and that is that stress takes a toll on the body. So finding ways to reduce stress is going to help boost fertility. San Diego Fertility Clinic has these recommendations for easing some of your stress. Keep the lines of communication open with your partner. That's really important.
Right. Honest, authentic, really just straight communication, which is not easy for a lot of people and just and be vulnerable.
Yeah, especially in like these kinds of topics, I feel like there's a lot of frustration going on.
Yeah, and then your partner is your safe space, right? You guys chose each other for a reason. So, don't hold back. And be loving.
Yes, be loving. Next, get emotional support so that you don't feel isolated. Individual or couples counseling, support groups, and books on infertility can help validate your feelings and help you cope.
Mm-hmm.
Learn stress reduction techniques like meditation or yoga, acupuncture, or counseling.
Mm-hmm.
Avoid excessive intake of caffeine and other stimulants. Exercise regularly to release those physical and emotional tensions. Have a medical treatment plan that both you and your partner are comfortable with. And learn as much as you can about the cause of your infertility and the treatment options that are available. Check with your local library, bookstores, or on the internet for additional information on infertility. But don't go too deep into WebMD.
Yeah, don't go too, because the interwebs can really be your enemy.
Yeah.
Oh, this is one of my most favorite techniques for relieving stress, is really with your breath. And we're going to talk about some breathing exercises. So these are also found on Dr. Axe's website. And he did not invent them, right? He just happened to put them on his website. So pursed lip breathing. Take a breath for about 2 counts, right? So it would be, and then you're going to pucker your lips, and you're going to exhale for 4 counts. Beautiful. And then you do this for a few rounds, right? Now, my favorite is the diaphragmatic breathing. And you're going to put your hand on your chest and the other one on your belly. And as you breathe in deeply for about 2 seconds, your belly should rise or stick out a bit. Feel the air expanding your stomach, and then breathe out slowly through the lips, and that hand will go in. Now, if you feel your chest hand raising, you're not doing your diaphragmatic breathing, right? The whole point is to breathe with the belly. And then if we want to take it a little bit further, right, we can actually go into yoga breathing, which is really cool. And this is when you're going to place your right thumb over your right nostril, and you're going to breathe in through the left nostril.
Wash your hands first.
Yes, and after. Then take your right ring finger and place it over your left nostril and exhale from the right one. And you're going to switch sides, right? Another great aspect of yoga breathing is when you're breathing through the diaphragm, you can actually expand up into the upper lungs and feel the chest rise too. So then you're really filling up those lungs. Now, there's another one. If you don't already have enough breathing techniques, there's more. So there's one called a 4-7-8 technique. You're going to breathe in for a count of 4. Then you're going to hold it for a count of 7. Then you'll release for a count of 8. And you're going to repeat that 3 times. So it's going to breathe in, hold, out. Right? And then you'll repeat that 3 times.
I feel so relaxed.
I know, I just got a bit of a head buzz there with that one. So you'll really get some oxygen in there and you'll really feel it. So breath counting, right? You can also take a few deep breaths, then settle into a pattern of normal breathing. When you exhale, count 1. The next time you count 2. And you'll do this until you've exhaled and counted to 5. Then start the pattern all over again. So we're going to share these breathing techniques with you in the comments below.
I have just done that.
Yahoo! Thank you. Hey, Linda, thanks for joining us.
Hi, Mom. Oh, now we're blocking this poor girl's
Oh,
face.
man, we're going to go for a ride again. Whee!
All right, exercise.
Yes.
Exercise is a very important component when trying to boost your fertility, but the exercise recommended is specific to the body's hormonal needs. Dr. Axe, who we've talked about, he's a naturopath and a nutritionist, and he explains the best course of action when it comes to exercise and fertility. He says, if you want to become pregnant, it's vital yet often overlooked to engage in regular exercise in order to get your hormones in proper order. or in other words, balanced. Engaging in burst training and weight training is the best way to exercise to effectively balance your hormones. Exercising regularly also promotes a healthier waistline, which can help your chances of conceiving.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having trouble with my words again today.
Yikes!
Dr. Axe does caution against endurance or long distance exercises, as over exercising can actually create problems for hormone balance and thus fertility.
Yeah.
And just a note here, when I said burst training, that's described as short, high-intensity bursts of exercise intermixed with recovery time repeated at intervals, which we also call that HIIT training, high-intensity interval training.
Nice.
There's my mouse.
There's your mouse. Yoga, right? So I have to say yoga is one of my favorite go-tos, right? I did a nighttime routine last night and I did a morning routine today. And it really hits on spots where you're like, oh, I thought I was good there, but no. So yoga is a great way to relieve stress. And as we talked about, stress can really block fertility. So relieving your stress is really going to boost your fertility. Oh, evidently I'm having trouble with words too, right? And there are some actually specific exercises and poses that can assist naturally in improving fertility. And we're going to share in the comments a soothing video showing a yoga flow for fertility. So give this relaxing exercise a try at home and let us know how it goes.
I'm going to have to try it out.
Yeah, for sure.
The National Sleep Foundation estimates that over 65% of us are not getting the proper sleep that we need. On average, adults should be sleeping between 7 to 9 hours nightly, but the average woman between 30 to 60 only gets 6 hours of sleep on average during the week. That was a lot of averages in one sentence. According to Michael J. Bruce, clinical psychologist and board-certified sleep specialist, sleep has a powerful influence on the body's hormonal system, which controls a woman's cycle and regulates ovulation. For optimal sleep, consider implementing the following: a bedtime routine, a consistent bedtime, and a rule limiting the use of computers, phones, and tablets in bed. And you can go back a couple of weeks to our Sleep 101 class where we discussed all of this in great detail.
Right? And you know, if for whatever reason, I just heard it newly. Like, that's what we do with our kids when they're little. Right? They have a bedtime routine. They have a strict bedtime. They don't have any tablets or phones.
Upstairs at 7:30 and bed at 8.
Right. So we should just pretend that we're all kids again.
Yeah.
And go to bed. And quit fighting it. Right? All right. Now, one of my other favorite topics is also essential oils. And there are fertility boosting essential oils. Naturopath Eva Keen recommends essential oils for fertility. She actually lists the following in a post on the subject for natural fertility prescription online. So geranium, one of my favorites, I used it a couple times today. It balances out hormones and it stimulates the adrenal cortex, which is part of your hormone-making glands. It's a uterine and ovarian tonic. Clary sage, which is also something that I use very regularly, helps in relieving feminine problems, stress, depression, and anxiety. It is also said that it imitates estrogen. Lavender, so good, so good. Calms and relaxes the mind. It's great to help people who are in an unbalanced emotional state, which there are a lot of us out there these days. I would imagine there will be a little less stress tomorrow morning.
All right.
Fennel has been known for thousands of years for its effect on the female reproductive system. It's helpful to regularize? That's a weird word. That's not a word. It's helpful to regulate. Thank you. Menstrual cycle, especially if you have a scanty or a painful period. And there are several ways to incorporate essential oils into your nighttime routine.
Here are some tips from the North American essential oil and aromatherapy experts
Woohoo!
on how to incorporate essential oils into your routine for fertility. So you can use a diffuser, and for that you would add 2 to 4 drops of an essential oil of your choice into a diffuser for approximately 30 minutes in your bedroom before you go to sleep. In the bath, add 5 to 10 drops of the desired essential oil into warm running bath water before getting in.
I'm going to do a little sidebar on that. So some oils can be irritating to the skin. So if you're going to add drops to your bath, you might want to dilute it in some fractionated coconut oil or some olive oil first. And I have found that 1 or 2 drops is sufficient versus the 5 or 10. So it really just depends on your oil. So do some research first or shoot me a question.
Are there typically like writing on the bottle that warns you if one is stronger?
Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah. A possible skin irritant will usually show up on the bottle or in the description.
There you go.
Yeah.
You can make an air freshener. So you would mix 1 cup of water and 4 to 5 drops of essential oil in a spray bottle. Mist it around your bedroom before going to sleep. And we have a good mix like that in our office.
We do.
Foot massage. To use essential oils on the feet for sleep, add 2 drops of essential oil to 1 tablespoon of carrier oil and massage the mixture on the bottom of your feet in a circular motion until it is fully absorbed.
So good. Like you're just
I really
so
want to
present
do
to your body, and it just yes. And don't just willy-nilly rub it on, but really honor your body and your sleep cycle, and really just this is a really way to give yourself self-love.
Yeah.
And it really can be a really amazing experience.
And finally, direct inhalation. So a simple way to enjoy the sedative properties of essential oils is to just directly inhale the aroma from the bottle. So you can hold the bottle 1 to 2 inches from your nose and take several deep breaths.
Yep, you can. Absolutely. All right, so supplements are also really important for fertility. So while it's ideal to get our vitamins and our nutrients from the foods that we eat, it's sometimes advised to incorporate some added supplements to help boost fertility. Even if we do eat the perfect diet, our foods don't have all the vitamins and nutrients that they had 50, 60 years ago. Our soil's been depleted and we've got so many pesticides and toxins on them now. So I'm going to kind of list off some of the supplements that would be really great for you to add in. And the list is really provided by Wellness Mama Online. They're often prescribed by naturopaths as well. And as noted, always check with your healthcare provider first. Before embarking on any kind of nutrient supplementation. And if you don't have someone, feel free to reach out to us. We're more than happy to help. So vitamin D. I don't know if people are living under a rock, but vitamin D is the way to go, right? For everything, right? It's going to protect you against COVID, right? From being seriously infected. And recent studies also link inadequate vitamin D with infertility and miscarriage. So have your levels checked, right? We can check your vitamin D levels here in the office for under $10. So you know, because it's imperative. Vitamin C is good for both male and female infertility. We want to aim for at least 2,000 milligrams a day preconception. We talked about folate-rich foods earlier. It's absolutely necessary vitamin early in pregnancy to prevent complications, but it's most beneficial when taken for several months before the pregnancy as well as during, because it helps cell division and it promotes ovulation. Some natural doctors recommend taking up to 5,000 micrograms a day for women, and women hoping to get pregnant should take at least 2,000 micrograms a day. Zinc is another one that's really, really important for cell division, really including sperm production and ovulation. And it's best when taken in combination with B vitamins. Selenium is one that helps to protect the body from free radicals, right? Oxidation, damage, like rusting from the inside out. It also protects the sperm and the egg. It's also known to help cell division, and it might prevent miscarriage. B vitamins, optimizing your B vitamin levels can increase your luteinizing hormone and your follicle stimulating hormone, which also improves fertility.
Acupuncture is a holistic technique originating from a traditional Chinese medicine practice involving the stimulation of specific points on the body by inserting thin needles into the skin. Acupuncture has become a common natural solution to infertility. White Lotus Integrative Medicine lists the following benefits of acupuncture for fertility: improved blood circulation to the pelvic organs, enhanced follicle development, relaxed cervix, improved fertile mucus, regulated ovulation, improved endometrial lining, and decreased stress levels. So talk to your holistic healthcare provider to see if acupuncture might be a good option for you.
Mm-hmm.
And probably within a year, I will be
Yay!
providing acupuncture.
We're going to have acupuncture in the office. All right, so bone broth really is kind of coming into the conversation now because of a lot of keto stuff and the paleo stuff, right? So fertility expert Dr. Mark Schuyler recommends bone broth for fertility. Bone broth is rich in nutrients that help with gut health, and a healthy gut is linked to hormone health, a necessary factor, obviously, when trying to conceive.
Of course.
So we've included a lovely fertility boosting bone broth recipe for you to try at home in with the other recipes that we posted.
So far, we have mostly discussed fertility and infertility regarding females. Infertility affects about 1 in every 6 couples, and researchers estimate that about 1 in every 3 of these cases is due to fertility problems in the male partner alone. Male infertility is when a man has a poor chance of making his female partner pregnant. It usually depends on the quality of his sperm cells. It can be related to having low libido or sex drive, erectile dysfunction, a low sperm count, low sperm motility, or low testosterone levels. And a lot of the tips that we went through to aid in female fertility can also be applied to males, but we'll go over a couple important ones for you here. First, you can try taking DAA. It's a supplement. It's also D-aspartic acid. DAA is a type of amino acid that is present in certain glands in the body and is present in the testicles and in semen and sperm cells. And there has been research done connecting DAA to increased fertility in males. Next, exercising regularly can help boost testosterone levels and improve semen quality. Making sure to relax and minimize stress when you can is also important. And other vitamins and supplements to consider for males here are vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, Tribulus terrestris, fenugreek supplements, ashwagandha, and maca root. And try to limit alcohol use and avoid eating too much soy.
Yeah, for sure. Soy is an estrogen. Definitely. Whew! We have covered a lot here today, and you may be feeling a bit overwhelmed, but you've got this, right? We believe that everything we've covered here today is a great starting point for you to make the necessary changes in your life to help boost your fertility naturally. If you have any last-minute questions or comments, post them in the comments now, right? Don't wait. Do it now. And we hope that you really enjoyed our event, and thank you so much for attending.
So if you're interested in the resources that were used to put this class together, just let us know and we will send those your way.
Absolutely. And as always, thank you again for joining us tonight. We know that you have lots of choices, and to come and spend some time with us is truly an honor, and we really are grateful for it. So join us next Tuesday, November 10th at 6:15 for our next Facebook Live class, which is going to be all about food allergies. And we are really excited to dig into this topic. I've been very excited because I've got some stuff going on with food right now. And if you think you would like to learn more about this, please go to the Facebook page and click attending on the event, and be sure to share it in your timeline for those of you that might know people with food allergies, especially in kids who might have some eczema or allergy or asthma issues. And also, don't forget, our Keeping Others Well food drive is still going on. We've got 2 weeks left, and then it's done. And we'll be taking all the food to the food team food pantry. And just as a reminder, right, If you have never been in our office before and you are inspired and moved to do so and you'd like to learn more, bring us 10 non-perishable food items and we will be more than happy to sit down and talk with you on your first visit, give you your exam, find out what's going on, then go over your report of findings. What did we find? What can we offer to help you? And you'll get your very first treatment for $25. You cannot beat this to learn more about your health and what we do here. Again, let other people know too, right? Share it and have a really wonderful week. Mwah! We love you.